Would you get a load of this one? It's a HJ47, 4th month 1984, and she is a bloody doozy. Clayton owns this one, and Clayton's in here for a turbo. We got talking to Clayton, and he's a stockman out at Longreach Way, so this one's come from Longreach, and you get yarning, and he actually owns about 4 shorties plus this, plus he owns a troopy and another ute that are 75s. He was actually saying that he had to shear 100 sheep to score the troopy, and that's like half a day's work for the man. So he's got some cool toys. They're a bit cheaper out at Longreach, but this one's his new pride and joy, and this one's not how Clayton found it. So he's done a fair bit to it. We'll go through it and look at it. I don't know how it appears on camera yet, but kind of when it first pulled up I thought it was black, but this one is midnight blue, and bloody hell she's nice. It was a white HJ47 033. Clayton's done this. He's done a few extras as well. He's had the tray custom built. We'll go into detail there, but he's also had the bull bar made out Longreach Way, the scrub rails made, and then they've raptored the steps in, gave it all the same finish just to go with the rest of the exterior. Clayton has put the highway visors on there himself and had it colour coded. I've got to say, a big plug for us. We do sell these. We don't put them on the website because we usually order them in blocks of 10, and they're sold before they actually arrive. They take 4 to 5 months to get here. So if anyone wants one, just shoot us an email and we'll sort that out. And then, so he's done all this. He's got the Hurricanes on there. Don't they look a bloody treat? Period, correct. He's done all this, then he's contacted Mr Landcruiser, and it was time to turbo it. We're talking 5-speed in the future, but first of all, the turbo. We'll pop open the hood and have a look at Whistle and Soot's finer work. So it's just as clean inside as outside. Now Clayton was saying that it had a dent in the mudguard and 2 small bits of rust. That was it. This is from Longreach. This is where you find the sweet ones. The further out west you go, the better. And looking at this motor, I'd say the odometer's pretty close too. So it's got 164,000 Ks on it. Who knows if they're true or not, but looking at this 2H, you can tell a good engine when it's still got all its paint on there. She hasn't been cooked too many times. It's still all blue like it should be. But now the difference, it's fully factory under here, but now the difference, look at this sweet little airbox that's replaced. I've said this a few times, it replaces, you can't have the factory one anymore, but if Clayton goes down the road of aircon, which is, we're in conversation about the future, he needs an airbox like this. So from here on we can move forward and put the factory setup for the aircon. Otherwise, you're looking at a stocko stand, and we've got a few aftermarket bottles working a treat there. It's got its original big booster, because this one in 84's got the disc brakes. It's doing what it should do. Now that's underneath. Before I normally go inside, but I want to take a bit of time and look at the detail of the tray that's just been put on this before it visited Mr Landcruiser. So straight away, I'll come around here. This is half hanging out because I've opened it. But this is an all steel tray, steel floor, drop down, everything's steel on this one. With the tray, they've built this, it's a ramp. I'm not actually going to drop it, it'll drop down so you can roll barrels out of there. He's a stockman, he rides horses and rides bikes, so he can put his bikes up there. It's just real practical. He also says it just makes a good table as well. Plenty of room out here, it's all gauze. Also with this tray, underneath is a custom 100 litre fuel tank, so that's extra 100 litre. He's got the original tank up underneath as well. Right up the front we've got a couple of Anderson plugs, because we've got dual battery. Driver's side we've got dual battery. Passenger side is where we house extra water, and there's a tap on the side. And then you look at this big bad boy, the hydraulic winch. He said it's at least good for at least 800 kilos. You've got it operated just above the dual battery there. And I said, what do you use that for? And it's things like, he's a stockman, so he'll carve up a beast on this. I said, for real out in the paddock, and yeah, it's for really carving up a beast and doing things like that out on. This is a work ute, so it's not just a town one. He's actually utilising it. It's built for a purpose, this. I think I've pretty much covered everything on this tray. It's brand spanking new. He's about to go and get it dirty when he leaves here. Very comfy in here, very dark. There's tint, the midnight blue. It's just nice, dark, shadowy, and actually quite cool on a day like today. That's about 29 degrees. Very comfy for a 40. And these are factory seats I'm sitting on, hence there's so much room. They're not the most comfortable, but they're the most practical for a ute. They've got just some canvas protectors on them. Inside's pretty stock. There is an aftermarket floor. I don't know the brand of this one. I haven't seen it. A very cool custom-made wooden gear stick handle. Now this is still a 4-speed. The future plans, I said, are for a 5-speed, and they sort of go hand in hand with the turbo too. The dash is unmolested. It's a HJ47. There is a couple of little holes in it, just for a couple of little aftermarket switches. I dare say they're the spotties because they just stand alone up here. And we've put a dual gauge in there. That one just lit up, and that is the boost and the EGT. So we do it all in one, and his other gauge as well. They've positioned them so we're not tampering with the dash itself. We are talking about overhead console for the future. I know we're gonna see Clayton again, so we're just going through a few things now. What I do spot in this one that I haven't spotted in any other one is a raptored dash pad. It's something that it actually looks all right, and it actually feels like it's hardened the texture of it. So it's, I don't know the quality underneath, but it looks like it's saved the thing, or it's just made it practical again. It's not going to peel or crack if it's 40 years old. I just have not seen it. They've done it and put the little lights back in underneath. It's come up really nice. When he did the outside, it was a cab off, painted the whole thing and did all his dash again. Bloody hell, Clayton, she's nice in here. I might just stay in here for a little while. Okay, just a couple of other little tiny things I missed. That just a bit of chit chat. That is an aftermarket. It's another reason it's dark inside is that marine carpet feel, dark hood lining with the genuine door cards. The speakers are nicely tucked in there. It's just come up a treat. Also on the tray, and we can see a spare wheel tyre. That's where that's bolted in instead of underneath now. And there's a work light. I didn't mention that. So as the sun goes down, you can still utilise work outdoors in this one. That's it. That's it for this visit. Maybe next visit we'll see one of Clayton's other shorties or a different project, or we might get our hands back on this one again. That'll be fun as well. I haven't had a drive of it, so I'm going for a sneaky spin right now. But this one's a 4th month, 1984 HJ47.